Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into it. I used to believe my wife was the one person on earth who would never turn on me. She was my partner, my closest friend, the person I trusted with every corner of my life. But slowly, something in our rhythm started to feel off. The late nights, the sudden urgent work events, the emotional distance that kept growing no matter how much I tried to brush aside. At first, I convinced myself I was overthinking, but that uneasy pit in my stomach wouldn't go away, no matter how hard I tried to ignore it. One night, I hit my breaking point. I needed answers. She walked out the door claiming she had another work function, but this time, the instinct screaming inside me wouldn't let me sit still. I grabbed my jacket, got in my car, and followed her. I kept telling myself I hoped I was wrong, praying I was wrong. She drove into a part of town I'd never stepped foot in, then pulled into a hotel parking lot. My heart started racing. As I parked a few spaces behind her, I sat there, watching her get out, scanning the area like someone with a secret she didn't want exposed before slipping through the lobby doors. My chest squeezed. I already knew. Even before I saw anything else, I knew I was about to learn something I couldn't unsee. After a few seconds, I followed her inside, trying to look steady while everything in me trembled. When I turned into the hallway, I saw her, and she wasn't alone. A man I'd never seen in my life walked beside her. They were smiling, standing too close, moving like people who had already crossed every line. My stomach sank, so hard I felt hollow. I trailed behind them silently, barely breathing. I didn't know what exactly I expected to catch, but nothing prepared me for how it felt to witness it. They stopped at a hotel room door. She turned around, and when she saw me, the color drained out of her face. The guy beside her stared at me, confused and startled. "Who is he?" he stammered, fear written all over him. "That's my husband," she whispered, unable to look at me. Husband. The way she said it made it sound like the word didn't even belong to her anymore. The man instantly panicked. I swear I didn't know. She never said she was married. He lifted his hands like he was surrendering. He looked terrified, not guilty, and that told me everything. I barely even acknowledged him. I didn't care who he was. My anger was burning, so hot it felt like the hallway was tilting around me. "Leave," I growled, my voice shaking from rage. "If you don't walk away right now, you're going to regret it." That was all he needed to hear. He bolted down the hall and dove into the elevator. Then it was just us, me and the woman I thought I'd spend my life with. She stared at me with tears in her eyes, but all I could hear was a pounding in my chest. The betrayal felt like someone dropping a weight straight onto my heart. Every promise, every memory, suddenly useless. She finally spoke, her voice unsteady. It wasn't serious. It was a mistake. "I'm sorry. It didn't mean anything." Those words hit harder than seeing her at the door. Not serious. After everything we built, she reduced it to nothing. How can you even say that? I snapped, every piece of heartbreak spilling out. "You were about to sleep with someone else, and you're telling me it doesn't matter?" She tried to explain, tried to cry, tried to give excuses. But I couldn't listen anymore. The trust one had in her shattered the moment I saw that hallway. "I'm done," I said, barely holding myself together. "I can't stay with someone who treats our marriage like it's disposable." I walked out of that hotel with my heart in pieces, refusing to turn back no matter how desperately she begged. The days after were filled with nonstop calls, long messages, endless apologies. She cried, begged, promised she'd do anything to fix it. But every time I remembered her saying it wasn't serious, something inside me went cold. Eventually, I filed for divorce. There was nothing left to repair. Months passed, but she never stopped trying. She showed up whenever she thought she'd find me, breaking down, begging for another chance, repeating the same line over and over. "I made a mistake. Please don't leave me." But the woman I once loved didn't exist anymore. The trust was gone, and so was the future I thought we shared. Every time I looked at her, my mind replayed that hotel hallway, that room door, and the way she tried to minimize a betrayal that wrecked everything. She might still be out there trying to rewrite the past. But for me, there's nothing left to return to. The marriage, the trust, the love, it all died the moment she tried to pretend her betrayal didn't matter.